a palito.
Sí. Ah, creo que un poco menos. Last night we noticed a leak in the roof, so we're trying to fix, well, Rafa is fixing it. So here in Colombia we don't have the same types of shingles like in the US, so they're like clay, so you can like pick them up and move them around. So he's looking for the hole and trying to fix it because, yeah, it's been raining a lot and it just started coming down pouring yesterday, and the whole bedroom got soaked in one area. So hopefully we can fix it with some plastic and moving around the tiles, I guess you call them. So we're trying to fix them today. And then we did put in Rafa put in a drain, gutters, to help prevent water from leaking right here. So while I was gone, he put in this gutter right here to So what's happening is we're getting a lot of water leaking here because it's so heavy rain. So along with the roof leaking, this has been getting saturated. So basically I need to cut all my plants and move them all to different areas because our basement apartment is becoming too humid because here, so we're going to put cement here. We've tried a few things and nothing's working. So, you know, we're going to do that. But that will be a long-term project because now we have to fix the roof, which we already knew we had to fix the roof because we have termites also. So we need to fix the termites, the roof, the humidity, because here we kind of sit at 70 to 80% humidity all the time, so it is very humid, and we're having an extra rainy year, so yeah, we need to fix these things. So that will be something we'll be working on right now to take priority, obviously, so we don't have rain in the house. So yeah, these are just things that happen, and we already knew going into this house it was a fixer-upper and it needs a lot of work. So yeah, now things are like starting to fall apart, so we're gonna work on fixing those things. And you can see it's still cloudy. It's probably gonna rain again. Look at this. That is what we're doing, fixing things and moving things around in the garden and creating some more flat spaces for things to grow, because yeah, things happen. I think I mentioned before that, or maybe I haven't, one of the things that I feel that I'm like constantly doing is like moving plants around, especially when we are fixing the house. So I'm working on moving things from that front garden that I put a bunch, well, I like didn't realize I put so much stuff in there, but when I was gone it all grew. So now with the roof leaking and the basement getting like really humid and moldy, the plan is to move everything that I have growing there somewhere else. So I'm going to move like a few of the things in the little garden that I've been working on over here, and I don't know, I might have to move them again, we'll see. But for now it's good because I'm still working on terracing the hills. My other garden is going to be that way, I decided, because it's really nice and sunny. And dirt in my mouth. And so I'm just kind of moving things around. It's a lot of flowers. I planted a lot of flowers for the bees and the butterflies, and I just want everything to come. So right now there's like a butterfly. Oh, I wonder if I can get it. I'm going to plant over here for a little bit, and I'm a little cautious. If you see, I'm kind of like, because that's the place that I've seen the most snakes. So one snake got stuck in the fence once. It was just a green gardener snake, but still it was huge. And you know, I don't know the snakes here. I don't think it's anything poisonous, but you never know. But I do have a lot of lemongrass over there already, so I think it'll do well. Things will do well. Yeah, so I'm going to finish doing that, and I'll show you. I have dirt in all my mouth. Show you when I finish. But I moved some basil. I don't know if it'll take root because it was really big, but I had to move it from where it was because we had to fix the roof. And I had to move, I have some corn, so I'm going to move that over here. We'll see what happens. So yeah, I'm going to finish that, and yeah, in case you're wondering why I'm like moving everything around, I think that's like the biggest thing is like moving stuff around, and I'm going to put some compost in it or some like, I just bury food there, and that's why a lot of things grow, because the seeds will be in the compost, like the food. So yeah. last week I told you how, in last week's video, how we've had a lot of rains and my house is on the hill. So this right here, Rafa had to fix because the retaining wall, well, kind of retaining wall that the house had was not very good. So he put all this guadua in last week when the hill was starting to slide down. And this is kind of what was there, like this, so obviously it's not very good. And the house is right here. So we have, you know, surmised that this house was not built in the best conditions. And earlier today I showed you that basically all that we spent today doing and last week he spent doing when I was gone was rain stuff, because it has been extremely rainy, like I said in the last video. So I mean, there are so many things that can go wrong living on the mountains and living, you know, rurally in the countryside. We do a lot of it ourselves, obviously because it's more economical, and there's just not as many people that do the same things. It's not like the US. I guess I'm gonna start adding in like cultural things that I've had to get used to. And one of the culturally things, I don't know if I'm gonna do a whole video. I'll probably try to do a whole video, but I'm gonna try to add in cultural differences here. Here, you do things yourself, like this wall. There was a bit of a retaining wall, which you can see here, behind the guadua. You see the kind of like funky stuff. That was what they did. That was a considered retaining wall. So for now we have a little bit better of one because he did it. But you know, you learn to do things yourself until you can get something better put in. So that's probably what they were doing here, but never got anything better put in. So recently we have, oh, look, it came down. And then he fixed this here because this was all kind of falling in. And he kind of fixed it all. I mean, this will last a while. It would probably last, you know, long enough for us to get a professionally one done. And then he did here also. He put in this because, as you see, what was there just kind of rotted away. So yeah, a cultural difference thing is here. You know, he didn't call someone to come and do it. I mean, he, you know, did it himself. But are we going to get a professionally one done? Yes, we are in the process. So, okay, so we do a lot of things ourselves. So he did this as a fast, easy fix. Well, it wasn't easy. It took him, I think it took him like a week to do it, and it was hard. But we fixed it. But now we want to go further. We want to make it into a actual retaining wall because it will help the value of the property, as well as it will be a lot safer for our house that is right there. So, but to get it fixed, it's not like we can just go out and hire someone and say, hey, can you come and do this? Because it's not as easy as it is in the US. Like, we have to fix things ourselves, and then we have to go through a chain of command. So basically, he had to write a letter to this county, or this, I don't know, the state Department of Antioquia from Medellin, requesting someone come out and look at the land and seeing what companies can actually come out and do this for us. So it's not like we can just call someone and say, hey, can you come and do this? You know, we have to apply and get people that are qualified to do it. So we are on the books doing it. But, you know, we do a lot of things ourselves. So this is just one thing that we did for ourselves. It will last until, I mean, the other ones probably lasted for years, but this will probably last until we get a professional one done. So yeah, culturally, things take longer. You do a lot more things yourself. And yeah, then you go to the chain of command. Kind of like when I was a nurse, you go up the chain of command. So now I'm going to go plant some, but look, it's gonna rain. I'm going to go plant the papayas. Yeah, I just kind of want to share, like, you know, things here aren't always easy, and I don't always share, like, we haven't had too many things fall apart yet, but now, like, things are starting to fall apart. So it's not super easy living on the farm, and it looks beautiful, and it is beautiful, but there's always something to fix. You know, if you have your own house and you do things yourself on a economic level, it, you know, takes longer to do things. So now we're going to work on you know, planting trees on this is going to be my food forest. This area I'm going to turn into the food forest because it already has a lot going on, and this is a really steep hill. So I'm going to terrace it out to plant papaya trees and avocado trees. I think this is a good space for it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Oh, and I forgot my machete. Anyway, I don't think I need it. I'm just going to... And the thing is, I will move it. I think I was talking about today. You just move everything around all the time when you have a farm. Well, I shouldn't say I have a farm. I shouldn't say farm because someone corrected me. She doesn't have a farm. She has an acre and a half. Whatever. I think... I don't know what you call, whatever you want to call it. I think they're all interchangeable, and it doesn't really matter, does it? I don't think so. I think I'm going to plant them here on the hill. One here and one here.
You said let's jump on the bus and take a ride downtown. Well, I don't know about that. But can you help me first to get these boxes down? Well, I don't know about that. We have the whole day now just to ourselves, so we can clean the house or clear out some shelves. You said whichever you feel like doing first. I said, well, I don't know about that. 'Cause it's my lazy day, just wanna lazy away. Ain't gonna do a thing for the rest of the day. You can try to seduce me, make me wanna play. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Let's call some friends over for a game of poker or so. Well, I don't know about that. Or should I turn on the TV or the radio? Well, I don't know about that. There's a whole list full of all the things we can do, but I want to do none. Wish that you did too. So you can just
Okay, so
and I'll just keep saying.
I planted it right near the plantain. I don't know if that's such a great idea, but the plantains I can move when they're little ones. I'm going to plan on moving them because they're actually better to hold the hill, the papaya, than the plantains because their roots aren't as strong as the papaya roots. So these two will have fruits within the next 6 months, and then the little ones that are growing, I will move them down to where I have a bunch of the other ones because they grow really well down in a really wet area. So I will do that. So yeah, this is just kind of a day, a week, what it's like living in the countryside of Colombia. You know, things don't always go right. It's not always pretty. It's very dirty. We're moving things around constantly. Getting used to not having the ability to call someone immediately when something goes wrong and having to learn to fix it, or Rafa having to learn to fix it, and you know, me having to learn also because I have to help him, you know, as well as how we work together as a couple. You know, cultural differences, it's can be tough, but I'll talk more about cultural differences in other videos coming as well. I kind of want to put a little bit into each one, so instead of a one long me just talking to the camera video, I prefer not to do that. But yeah, so here everything, the projects are never ending, and hopefully the roof doesn't leak anymore. I will keep you updated, and when the government gets back to us on when we can hire someone to build a proper retaining wall, that would be great. But for now, our do-it-yourselfers are working quite well because that's probably what's happened here since this house has been here, and we will be the first ones to put in an actual wall, obviously. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.